Natalie loves to laugh, have fun, and work at being a better version of herself. She strives to stay positive, yet real. Natalie.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm a little nervous, so you guys relax. And let me say this, I'm not a preacher, but I'd like you to talk back to me. Okay. So I have some notes, and I'm not going to read them, but I want to say welcome to this empowerment brunch, and thank you, Chandra, for inviting me. So I have a question for you all. Do you know what it is to glow up? I know some of you young ladies know. What does that mean? Come on, what does it mean to glow up? Come on. Tell me.
To become a better you.
To become a better you.
Stronger you.
Okay. What do you see on the internet?
It's more physical.
So what do? Do they post a picture?
School picture and their picture. Like their childhood photo or where they felt they weren't cute or whatever.
Right. To now they're all glammed up, right? So it's more like a transformation or metamorphosis or something like that. Did anybody see the movie Little?
Yes.
Perfect example of that, right? So what was she, how was she kind of nerdy and when she was young, and then she was bullied, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then she became older, and what happened? She glowed
Glammed
up,
up.
but then what did she do? She became a bully.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not here to talk about that kind of glowing up. You're like, okay, you told me what you're not gonna talk about. What you gonna talk about? I'm gonna talk about what the sister was talking about. I'm gonna talk about glowing up from the inside out. Because from the inside, whatever we have on the inside, guess what? It's gonna show up on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna either flow out, it's gonna seep out, or it's gonna creep out. And y'all know the creeps come out at night. I have a question for you, because we were talking about from the inside out. Who in here put on your outer clothes before you put on your underclothes, your undergarment? Who in here, in other words, has a bra on the outside, or a slip on the outside, or your shaper? Okay, you don't want that on the outside. Nobody, right? Why not?
It's backwards.
It's
It's
backwards.
backwards, and you gotta put on certain other things before you put on, right? Because what you put on the inside will make the outside look better, right? So we're gonna talk about that. So, let's see. Yeah, so in the same way, glowing doesn't start on the outside. It has to start on the inside. And it starts with, we say, as believers, a light. And that light comes from Christ. And the Bible says, let your light so shine before men or others that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who's in heaven. So God put something in us to allow us to let others see who he is. So I have another question for you. Who in here, we're talking about putting stuff on and wearing things. Who in here has on shoes 3 sizes too big? Anybody?
Nope.
Why not?
They're too
They
big
don't
for us.
fit. What else?
You can fall.
You fall. You can cause somebody else to fall. The same way we gotta take off stuff that doesn't fit who God made us. Because it doesn't fit who he made us. So the title, which brings me to the title of my talk today. It's called, what is it called, Valerie? I know what it is. It's called Ready, Set, Glow. So are you ready?
Yep.
No, you're not. 'Cause I told you. Are you set?
Yeah.
I see that's a trick question. But I'll tell you what, before I take my seat, you'll be ready, you'll be set, and you'll be able to glow like never before. So let's get started. So it's called Ready, Set, Go. Glow. Ready your heart, set your mind, and glow like never before. So now, why did I say ready your heart? Because your heart is where your desires are. That's where your motivation is. That's where what you value. And where you spend your time and your money, when you look on your calendar, you look at your checkbook, your credit card, that tells you what you value. Now your mind is how you go about accomplishing those things. So whatever you set your mind, whatever your heart is, your mind will say, okay, do it this way or do it that way. So we're going to talk about our heart. And we're going to do some work. Are you ready to do some work? Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, it's not hard work, but it is heart work. You don't have to roll up your sleeves. You don't have to put on a hard hat. And you don't have to take off your shoes, but I see some of you already did. But that's okay. So ready your heart. So why start with the heart? Because I said that, because whatever is in your heart, it's going to flow out. Mm-hmm. And what flows out, that's the stuff we want people to see. That's when we're loving and kind and we're giving and we're saying kind things. We're not talking about anybody. We're not giving anybody a side eye. We're not doing it. That's what flows out. And when we go to church, we flow to church, right? We want people to see us at church, right? So what? So I said it's either going to flow out, it's going to seep out. Now, what seeps out? That's the stuff that maybe we don't think it's that bad, right? It's kind of like something comes out and you might say, oh, I'm sorry, you know. Or so either you apologize, you rationalize, or you reflect. You say, you know what? Hey, other people said that, or other people did that, or you know what? I'm not that bad. And you know, I would do it all the time. And so it's not that bad. So that's the stuff that seeps out. Mm-hmm. And so flowing out, maybe good. Maybe we'll keep that stuff. But seeping out, maybe we're going to work on that. Now, so it either flows out, it either seeps out, or it's going to creep out. Mm-hmm. Now I'm getting ready to step on some toes. Move your feet. Move your feet. Now, okay, let's not talk about you all. Let's talk about people you know. Do you guys know people who just have stanky attitudes? Oh, yeah.
For no reason.
For no reason. Do you know people who are just negative? Do you know people who will cuss you out in a second? Do you know people who blow their horn at people who just, you know, who when they get too close to their car? Do you know some people who, as soon as they see somebody, they have some negative thoughts?
I don't like her.
You don't like those kind of people, huh? And so now, this is great. Chandra, I'm so glad we're here because you got a window over there. We look out the window a lot. There's always lots of windows, but there are very few mirrors. But today there's a mirror.
That's right.
A big mirror.
All right.
So, take a look at that mirror and ask yourself, am I sometimes that person? What do those closest to me tell me I need to work on? And do we just dismiss what they say? And the stuff that creeps out, it's like, we don't want anybody to know we're thinking that. We don't want anybody to know we did that. So our goal today is to recognize what's in our hearts, realize the effect that it has on us and others around us, and our light, on our witness, on who made us. God didn't make us to have stuff creeping out all the time. Now, do we have to be perfect? No, we can't. And God's grace is sufficient. But can we do better? And I'm here to tell you, ladies, we can all do better. Can we all be a better version of who we are? Mm-hmm. And if we cuss people out every day, can we start cussing them out every other day?
Gotta start somewhere.
Every other day to twice a week. You're not cussing ABCs. Your attitudes, our behavior, and our character. Our attitude is the way we think about things. It's a pattern of thinking. And that's how we go about doing the things. And our behavior is what we do, what we say, where we go. And then our character, somebody talked about that earlier. It's kind of like integrity. It's what you do when nobody else is doing. That's who you really are. And we all have some dark spots in our life, right? Or some stuff we don't want anybody to know we did that or whatever, but you know who knows? God. And God is a forgiving God. And we don't need to hold on to that stuff. We say, God, this is what happened. Would you please forgive me? And he does. That's what he does. So we're going to talk about, our attitudes, our behaviors, and our character. And I talked about that. I'm sorry. Recognizing, okay, I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Okay. Okay, let me take that. I'm moving right on.
I know she was a
Can I
jokester.
say, so we have to recognize what's in us. We have to realize the effect that it has on us, on others, and on the God who made us, and our witness. You know, because we're supposed to let our light shine before others so they may see our good works and glorify the God who made us. But if nobody knows you're a believer or a Christian other than following you to church at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, maybe you're not. I'm not saying you're not. I ain't saying it. I ain't saying that. But we have to, so you recognize, you realize, and then you resolve. Resolve to do something about it. And you know what? I'm going to say, ladies, don't try. Trust. Trust the God who made you to do the work, because we've been trying a lot of things. We've been trying to do better and trying to get better, and we fail. But if we trust God, because that he made us to be greater. He made us to be the people he called us to be. He made us to be loving and kind and considerate. So I'm going to ask you something. We talked about shoes. We talked about undergarments. I want you to put something else. We're going to put something else on. I know what you're going to say. I want you to put on some fruit. And you're going to say, Natalie, I'll eat some fruit, and I'll even drink some fruit, but I ain't trying to wear no fruit. But this fruit you want to wear. It's called the fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit, this is what you want to do. So the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Now, love. Somebody talked, we were talking. And what did I ask you? What was the question? What inspires her? And she said, love. Now, who loves us more than anyone?
God.
The Heavenly Father. Now, he loves us. Do we love others? Can we love others more? And what does that love look like? Does that love look like, you do this for me, I'll do it for you? Or does love look like, no matter what you do, I'm still going to love you?
Right.
Joy. Now, there's a difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is based upon something happening. You're happy because you got a new job. You're happy because you got a new outfit. You're happy, Cameron, because you got some new makeup, right? But joy is so much more than based upon who God is and who Jesus is. And that never changes. So no matter what's going on, we can have joy. And I'll tell you something. When you have joy, when we have joy, it's contagious. It's contagious. People want to be around you. That movie you said you saw, Little, when she grew up, Jordan was her name. When she grew up, she was a bully. Nobody wanted to be around her. She had the outfit, one of that blouse. I don't know about that blouse. She had everything, but nobody wanted to be around her. Do you all know people like that? You see them coming. But my question is for us today: are we ever that person? Because it's easy to look out the window, but we got a mirror here and say, is it I? And guess what, y'all? Sometimes
Times
it
it
is.
is. It's true.
So love, joy, peace, patience.
Well,
Y'all, we want God to be patient with us. We want our friends to be patient with us. But are we patient? I know for one thing, I remember one of my high school friends, we're friends now, and she told me, she said, Natalie, you have a lot of nerves. You always late. But when I'm late, you get all sorts. And when I was 18, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Everything's wrong with it. So it's like, we gotta be patient with people. We gotta be, and that patience, the Bible's talking about, it's being slow to anger. If somebody steps in front of you or somebody doesn't, are you patient with them? Give them a chance to apologize. Or sometimes I'll tell Cameron sometimes, maybe they didn't know they did that. Give them a break. Just be patient. Am I patient with you? It's all
Well, you gotta put her on the spot like that.
She'll do it again too. You're a friend, she might do you.
is giving back to others and wanting the best for other people.
That's right.
Are we doing that? And can we do it more? And I say yes. Kindness. A lot of these virtues we want for ourselves, but are we willing to extend them to others?
That's right.
And I say we just have to be more mindful. And Elias said, don't try. Trust God to work it out. Gentleness. What you talk about, Natalie? Can we be more gentle? Do we have to say, this is just how I was raised?
Yeah.
Oh, I sound like a friend. I didn't get to be 70 years old yet. But yeah, we can be gentle with our voices. We can be gentle with our words. A lot of times, I'll tell you, somebody said that. Either poison comes out of your mouth or fruit.
Yeah, poison and fruit.
And before we say something, can we ask, number one, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it edifying? And if it's not, maybe we shouldn't say it. And y'all, I gotta say this too. And I'm talking to myself. Some stuff, even if it's true, we don't need to say it. We don't need to say it. And a lot of times, it's how we say things. And if it's something you have to say, we learned the sandwich theory. You say something positive, then you tell somebody what you need to tell them, and then you finish it up with something positive. Because then they'll leave with something positive.
That's right.
You always want to leave a person feeling better than they did
Before they
you know
count.
what they did. Before when you encounter them, you never want to leave. Well, I should say, we should never want to leave somebody down.
Yeah.
Because the way we treat other people have more to say about how we feel about ourselves than about others.
That's right.
So if we find ourselves treating people with, not treating people with the dignity and the love and the respect that they deserve, we got to check ourselves. Faithfulness. Faithfulness means you're doing what you're supposed to do. Now, we're not always doing what we're supposed to do, but can we do it better? And when somebody checks us, can we take that and not deflect? How many times have you said something to your spouse or to somebody else, you told them something that, they were doing wrong, and they say, but you do this. But what they're saying is, this is okay, I'm gonna give you, in other words, I know it, but I don't wanna own it. And they wanna put it back on you. So just be faithful. And then we're gonna end this. We got love in the beginning, and then we have self-control. So if we love God and we love others as ourselves, we're going to learn how to control the way we treat people and what we do. So that's fruit. So are you willing to put that fruit on?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. It's going to look good on you. Okay. So, I know what. So, I'm sorry. I am so okay, you're good. Okay, so in other words, the fruit is worn on the inside out. This fruit makes you glow as it brightens the the light. So let me say something. That stuff, some of that ABCs, it will either dim your light, dull your shine, or diminish your glow. And you don't want that to happen. We want to glow. We want people to know that who we are, and we're loving and we're kind and we're believers. And if you're not a believer, trust God. You'll have more joy. You have real joy. You'll have the love of God. You'll have more plans, because God has, no matter who we are, no matter how we came. I came into this world. My mother and father were not married, so they call, I guess, I was illegitimate. But I've never been illegitimate to my father. God has always had a plan for me. And it didn't matter how I came into this world. I'm in the world.
That's
He
right.
allowed me to get into this
right.
world. So I just thank God for that. So let me say this. So am I saying that we should not look our best on the outside? No, I'm not saying that. Because even the Bible says when you're fasting, wash your face and put your makeup on. Okay, don't say put on. It does say put oil on your face and wash your face. Okay, I added the makeup. I'm just saying it's fine.
You take it all on your
But
face.
do it from the inside out. So I have last questions for you. Are you ready?
We will.
Are you set?
Yes.
Let's glow like never before.